Begin Within Ministries proudly presents Sofa Sundays with your hosts, Reverend Dr. Michelle Izugwu and Reverend Jeannie Sovereigns. Sundays at 11:11 a.m. Arizona time and rebroadcasts on Mondays at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Come join us on the sofa every Sunday morning. Sofa Sundays with Michelle and Jeannie. Learn more at www.beginwithinministries.com. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.
Good morning. I'm just checking as usual. Are we working here? Yes, we are. Okay, good deal. We're good. Now I'm gonna, I've got to get this shared on.
She's sharing and checking
on the,
all at the same time.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this shared on our Facebook page. So I apologize for the delay. Yeah, I think I just shared it on the wrong thing. And
Hey man, technology.
Right? There you go.
It's a whole thing. Well, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I know Jeannie's glad you're here. And so let me introduce us. I should have done that.
Yeah, you do.
I'm Reverend Dr. Michelle Izugwu, and next to me is the one and only Reverend Jeannie Sovereigns, soon to be doctor, of course. And so we are so excited to be here on this edition of Sofa Sundays.
We're back together.
We're back together and missed each other.
Yes.
I would love having guests, and we had the same guests these last 2
Our
weeks, which was
fun
fun.
guest.
Our
Yes.
very dear friend Deborah Covington, and it's always so nice to have her. All of our guests, every guest we've had has brought something so uniquely theirs to the sofa, which has been something that I don't think we foresaw. We were thinking more of having guests so that we could not worry about if one of us needed to have the time off.
Right.
But it wound up being such a neat treat to have different people grace us with their presence here on the sofa, and then getting to.
Oh,
Maybe I should use my microphone.
Woo!
Because I'm
Wake up, children.
Because I'm the softest voice in the business. Sorry. Sorry.
That's awesome.
But what I was
Both the
saying
boys
is,
just jumped.
they just started like, hey. Well, what I was saying was, in case you didn't hear me, was that we had the wonderful Deborah Covington as our guest the last 2 weeks, while each of us had a weekend off. And she brings such a wonderful spirit here to the sofa, as does all of the guests that we've had.
Yes.
And I didn't foresee that. I believe we were both just considering what happens if one of us is
Right.
unable to be here on a given Sunday. Oh, well, we'll just have, I guess we have so many amazing people in our community.
Absolutely. And we've been able to just call on them. There's always someone available.
So
Yes,
cool.
And
We've had a great,
yes, we have.
and they've all brought their own thing, their
Right.
own special, unique thing to the sofa, and it's been
Because
amazing.
that is something that I think is awesome, is the people that we know in our community they're not just your standard New Thought people.
Oh, no.
Like, they really have different offerings and ministries that they participate in or that they run. So I have just really enjoyed finding out more about them and what they bring. Absolutely. That's
into
been
the
awesome.
world, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we give this topic, we give our topic of the week, and we never know where it's going to go and how they'll interpret it or how we'll interpret it. So it's been so great, but it was really fun that we both had the same guest the last 2 weeks, because we just love our depth.
Yeah, I did feel like we had the ability to have a continuation.
Yes.
And bring in both things. So yeah.
Right, which is fun. But I do love you doing this.
I love you too,
best.
honey.
The best, especially with this
Yeah.
cute outfit.
Oh,
She always
thank
has
you.
all the cute outfits. So
This
it's
is
really fun.
This is my new one. It says, first of all, I'm a delight.
And
And
it's true. It's the truth.
So that, and have you seen my earrings? My little political earrings here.
No human is illegal.
There you go.
Love it. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. That's
So,
precious. I love that.
yeah. So,
We have the wonderful True Davis in the house this morning,
Yes.
as we've had the last few weeks, running the show back here. We appreciate him. And
absolutely.
I have a special guest in the audience
I
today,
know.
all the way from Italy, and his name is Riccardo. He is a wonderful young man, same age as the twins. So I've got 3 15-year-olds in the house and 1 19-year-old, and you can pray for me
Please.
at any time,
Yeah.
because when you have a house full of teenagers, you just never know what's going to happen.
I wouldn't want to buy the groceries for that.
That's another
That.
thing. The food. Well, let me tell you, Riccardo got here yesterday
Yes.
and brought from Italy ragu that his father made,
Wow.
which fed all of us last night. It was fantastic.
Amazing.
And he brought prosciutto and different cheeses, and True and I like almost ate that huge block of cheese by ourselves. We were like, oh my, that's delicious. Can I
Yes.
cut a piece, Mom? Sure, I'll cut a piece. We're
Yeah.
both just eating. Like, we better
There you
put this
go.
away before we eat all of it, you know?
There you go. That is definitely a bucket list place to go to.
Well, we will have to do that. And
Yeah.
then now we know Riccardo there. So
There we
that's going to
go.
be so nice.
And
We'll visit you
obviously-
someday, Riccardo.
And
if you're-
obviously, his father can cook.
And your
so-
father can cook, yes. And his mother, yes. So we are very excited that he's
That's
here.
awesome.
He's with us
Yes.
for about 3 weeks. My husband speaks fluent Italian because he played basketball in Italy, multiple places. So he's done this for years, bringing young people over to have an American experience. I have never done this. So this is
This is
a
awesome.
very fun
Yes.
thing for me, as I love to host and I love young people. So I'm very excited that he's here. And so he's here at the sofa this
Yeah.
morning, hanging out. And luckily they learn English there, so he
Yes.
doesn't come here not being able to
Right.
understand,
Well,
which is
you know,
nice.
I remember when we went to Paris, and the guy who picked us up and was taking us around, he said that most European countries learn at least 3 languages. At least.
Is that true, Ricardo? That most
Yeah.
European, about 3 languages? Yeah.
But because we do that in school, we learn them in school.
You learn them in school. Yeah.
In middle school.
In middle school.
Yeah.
Awesome. So how many languages do you speak?
I speak Italian, English, and a little bit of Spanish.
And a little bit of
Really-
Spanish.
really, I cannot hold a conversation.
But you can understand some.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I
Awesome.
understand.
Yeah, not yet.
That's awesome.
You
Thank
know,
you,
it just
sir.
takes time. It just
Yeah.
takes time. Not yet, but yeah, you're learning it, so it just takes time. I
I
love
really
that.
find that just awesome, because what amount of opportunities that opens for them as they get older. And so and the guy, like I said, the guy in Paris, he's like, in Paris we are a hub, and we are
So many languages.
there's so many different countries that are right there.
Mhm.
So knowing how to speak to people that are coming and visiting and working in the business. Yeah.
And then
Awesome.
for him, the experience of being in other places in the world,
Yes.
you know, my first experience going to another country other than Mexico for a
Right.
weekend, which does not count, and
Right, 'cause
Canada.
Because Mexico is kind of like Southern California
Yeah, it
for us.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Or just crossing the border into
Yeah.
Canada to go to the Peace Garden they have
Yeah.
there, but not really into Canada. Like, my first experience going to another country for real was when I was 50 years old going to Scotland. That was my first experience getting a passport, because I didn't have to have a passport
Yeah.
for Canada or for Mexico.
Right.
My first experience with a passport going to another country was only 6 years ago. So that's really
Same. My
crazy.
first experience was Paris, and I was 50.
So I just,
So-
for these young people to have that experience of
Yes.
like, there's a whole world out here, and you should plan to explore it and be in it.
Absolutely.
I think that's wonderful.
Absolutely. Well, before we talk too much more, why don't we start? Do you want to pray us in?
I've been trying not to talk so much in the
Right.
but we can
Because-
help it.
Because somebody complained. That is why.
Oh,
Someone
well, they
did.
just said,
They said we talked
just
too
want to
much.
get to it. They want to get to
I'm gonna
it.
get to it. So yeah, I know, right?
So we probably shouldn't be catching up.
Thank you, True. That's right. Scroll on by.
That's why we keep Drew Davis in the house, because he says it's not their church. Just do it your way, boo.
okay.
Oh my goodness.
Let's just breathe that in. I love this energy. I love the energy, the feeling in the room. Excitement. The laughter, the silliness. I love all of it. It is one energy. It is that oneness that we feel. It is our truth. It's the power, the love that we are. It is all there is, all that we could be. And from that knowing from the truth, from who and whose I am, I speak for my word for our time together this morning, knowing that as we are here present, as we allow ourselves to be present, I know that we receive what is ours to receive. We share what needs to be shared. Our minds are open, our hearts are open, our ears, our eyes are open to this moment, to this experience. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for each unique person bringing their unique gifts into this place, into this moment, on the sofa, beyond the sofa. I'm so grateful. And so I let it go, know and trust that it's already perfectly done in the might of God. And together we say, and so
it is. Wonderful. So happy Father's Day
Happy
to all
Father's
the dads
Day.
out there. I am just, I know for both Michelle and I, we have our fathers have transitioned, and so that's kind of one of those bittersweet memory things. And however, both Michelle and I have living partners who blessed us and made us moms. So happy Father's Day to them.
Oh yes.
Especially because I don't even know, what my life would be like without my daughter and my grandson. So I'm just very, very grateful for the opportunity to be a parent and to have that. And today's the longest day of the year.
What?
I mean,
it all falls together.
Started, right? Started at 1:23 a.m. 1:24, sorry, because I was saying, gosh, I wish it had been 1:23.
Oh,
But
that'd
it
be
was
cute.
1:24.
Well, they
this
just messed
morning.
that up.
They did.
said
They
1,
could have
2, 3.
turned it 1 minute.
Just do
So
whatever they want.
longest day of the year. And I love that, even though I have been, in my bed before the sun is fully out,
Oh.
down, asleep. So that's okay because I get up early before the sun really is there as well. So now it'll be a little bit, I'll get more available to me in the morning, but less, it's still going to be bright at night. I remember when we went to Utah and sunset wasn't until 9 p.m. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, why is it still light out?
Oh, when I lived in North Dakota, it didn't get dark till 10, 11 o'clock at night. It was really weird.
It's very crazy to
Very
me.
strange how
Yes.
that world works.
And I think about Alaska where it's like dark half the year and light half the year. And I was like,
It's random. I couldn't live in a place that was always dark. That would be so weird.
that would be hard, but I think always light would be hard too.
That
Because,
too, because you never can rest.
right, because I feel a little guilty for going to sleep when it's still bright out.
I did want to add on to the Father's Day sentiment this morning, how wonderful it is to have fathers in this world, and men and sometimes women that take on that role as they lead young people through life. I mean, I had recently my brother-in-law passed away, who was a father to many as a sixth grade teacher for 30 years.
Oh, wow, yeah.
In a Title I school, was a father to so many people. I've been to many memorial services and some that are packed. This was packed like you would thought he was a celebrity. But most of the people in there were former students that he had decided, hey, you don't have a dad, I'm your dad. That's it, I'm your dad. And my nephew said that I shared my father with many other people in this world. And I just think that there are so many men out there who fill that role and do the best they can for people that are not theirs.
Right.
And I appreciate that because
Yeah.
that energy, that male energy is so needed in this world. And I would like to see more of it in the, and I mean the real male masculine energy,
Right.
not this
In
stuff
that,
that people
in that
think it is.
comfort and care and encouragement, you know, and I am so grateful for those men in the
Right.
world, for those who step up and are available as that, like you said, as that father figure, as that person who says, let me show you how.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the biggest thing, is to be able to offer, you know, young people that, let me show you this, right? Because moms have a different energy that they bring.
It should be allowed to have
Right.
a different energy.
Right.
Right.
You know, moms bring a
Maybe.
different energy and dads bring another energy. And having both is such a blessing. The energy, whether they're, you know, however that shows up. Yeah. We're talking that energy, however that shows up. And I am so grateful for the men that I know in my life that are that. You know, I just had lunch, I had lunch with my friend Dave the other day, yesterday, and he was a single dad. He raised his daughter from, like, you know, from the time she was 1, he was a single dad. And he was a drummer in a rock band. So
Cool.
and then a painter during the day, you know what I mean? But he was the parent, and you know, she loves her daddy. I mean, now she's in her 40s, you know what I mean? But she is this wonderful human, and she will tell you it's because of who her dad was. And I will say, having worked with Dave over the last 12 years, you know, I know that energy, that protective energy, that what do you need energy, let me help you, you know, and he was there for many people that way over the last, you know, 15, 16 years that he was in that job. So yes, that is something that when you see it, really bless and compliment, because not everybody has that.
For sure.
Not
And
every
the world
child
needs
gets
more
that.
of it. We need more real, that real masculine energy, not this other stuff. Masculine energy protects, provides, stands up for doing the right thing,
Yes.
and it doesn't allow for things that are not. And so
Yes.
we need that. So anyway,
Absolutely.
we appreciate all of you out there who are leading that cause.
Yes,
we appreciate you.
exactly. And I don't think that gets celebrated enough.
Right.
So whether you got a Hallmark card today or not, what I want to say from the sofa, from us here at Begin Within Ministries, is thank you for who you are in this world and what you do.
Thank you. Yes, agreed.
So,
All right. So we are on week 26.
25.
I mean 25.
Yeah.
Looking right at 25.
Yeah, I
I
know.
said 26.
I was like,
don't
we're
know why I
almost
said that.
halfway. Next week is halfway through the year. Right, 52 weeks, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this week, week 25, Spirit Within Me takes form as my life.
Yeah.
Well then.
That's what the card says.
Well then, Spirit Within Me takes form as my life. Let me tell you about the form of my life lately. It has been busy and beautiful. There is so much happening. I just finished my advanced consciousness class with Dr. James Mellon as of yesterday.
Woohoo!
Yes, awesome. 30 weeks with this
That is crazy.
amazing group of people online. And I mean, most of us were very emotional yesterday, just thinking about, you know, what are we going to do now on Wednesday nights, you know?
Oh.
but you know, just getting to know people from all over the country that had joined into this class, some going for advanced degrees, and some just going to the class because that's who they are in this world, you know. And it was just amazing. For me, some of my friends were in it, actually, so that was good. I had people there that, you know, that I've known for years and I was able to connect with. Because it can be a little scary going into a class with
James Mellon.
Well,
I mean, you know he's up here.
right.
Up here.
And I have been taking classes here in Phoenix or I've been doing,
One-on-one, right?
one-on-one classes. So this was a very different scenario for me because it was going to be a bunch of people I don't know. And I'm very outgoing when I know you. I'm a little bit more intimidated when I don't. And it was just such a beautiful experience to meet new people.
I'm so
Yeah.
proud of you. I'm so glad you got
Yeah.
that done. I can't believe it's already been 30 weeks.
I know.
That was
It's
a lot.
so much has happened in the last 30 weeks.
I know.
I mean, just
It's been a
so
lot.
much. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, with this topic being spirit within me takes form as my life, I feel like what's been happening for me lately is just a lot of growth, a lot of self-awareness, self-growth, looking for answers within, making sure that I'm focused within. So it's like definitely the spirit within me takes form as my life, and finding out what that is. What does it want? What am I wanting to express through this life? Takes time. And yes, we can be busy, which I can make myself really busy. And I've realized that I'm not getting the answers running around in circles and doing all the things and whatever, right? If I'm really trying to figure out what's my move, I watch something on a Instagram reel, I'll see something, I'll be like, oh man, I'd love to do that, or like I'd love to experience that. And then it's like, okay, well that completely conflicts with this over here. So what do we want to do?
Right.
But there's no time to figure that out. Why is that calling to me? When there's this over here that I'm in the middle of doing, but I've been really feeling the pull as like, well, I need some time for spirit to speak through me.
Yeah.
Quiet. Like, just let it come to me. What am I supposed to be experiencing and doing? Because I can just keep myself busy doing all the things.
Right.
But I don't think that's this is spirit within me takes form as my life. I feel like everything is in divine right order. So I'm trying to not judge it or judge me for doing whatever. But I keep thinking, well, it's all done in the right way. These things are causing you to think this way, causing you to question and think deeper and look more within. So this is all a part of it as my life, right? But I really want to pull through what I'm supposed to be, like what at the heart of me wants to be doing, instead of just filling it all up all the time and then not
Right.
really listening to that.
I so hear you on that. One of the things that I think has become so clear to me this last, well, now we're at summer solstice. So I'm going to go back 6 months to winter solstice, and just starting out where I was at the beginning of the year, and now we're halfway through 26 and where I am. One of the things that has become super clear to me is the ability to accept my self-worth. I had worked on so many different things, like many of us do, right? I'm a self-help junkie, and it's also part of spiritual growth and really looking within and doing deep dives of what you want and how you would like to express in the world. And one of the things when I looked at it was about some places that I throw up walls, whether they're financial or ministerial, or just where I throw up walls and say, oh, that'll never happen for me. Now, you won't hear me say it because I know better, but it goes on in my head, right? Like, it goes on my head, and I try to do the erase. I know that what I think about comes about. I know this. And I also know that there is more work to be done on the inside because I didn't always feel worthy of the things I wanted. So that has been the biggest shift in my life over the last 6 months, is knowing that my worthiness has nothing to do with me doing anything. outside of self-love and forgiveness.
Yeah.
Right? That would be the biggest thing I have to do is love myself and forgive myself every day and be that person that is the divine manifesting. And that has been more of a conscious thought than it used to be. So now when I'm able to step into a few things, I see that it's me accepting my worthiness as that divine being instead of knocking me down and saying, oh, that's too much. And if you think that was convoluted, let me just say this. Have you ever bought a lottery ticket and then said, it'll never happen? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, like making the effort and then telling the effort it's not enough. And that is what has begun to go away with self-love and self-forgiveness.
Nice. I love that. I love that. You know, for me, stepping into those moments is more about trust and bravery. You know, just like talking myself through, like, who am I to not do this? Like, this is mine to do. And you can feel when it's something's yours to do, or you have an opportunity that steps up, or you want to do something, so then you get the message, well, then here's something you need to do to get to that, and you're like, oh, well, I don't know, I don't want to, everybody to see me, or what if I mess it up, or whatever. And it's like, yeah, well, who cares? Just do it anyway. And that's where I'm at right now, is just do it anyway. Who cares? Just go. Because I've learned through other projects and other things that I've done, I tell this to everybody I can think to, anybody that shares with me that they're working on something and they're stuck, or they especially when it comes to social media, and they're trying to just make it perfect before let the world see it. Mm-hmm. And one thing I've learned is that will not happen. Mm-hmm. You can work on trying to make it perfect, and you will do that forever, because it will not be. It's like what's the saying where it's like, you don't see the whole staircase until you take the first step. Right. When you take the step and you start, that's when the stuff starts showing up. It's just such a weird thing. If you know who Gary Vee is on Instagram, people will come to him and people will ask him, like, how do I get more followers on Instagram, or how do I get, whatever. And he'll say content. Like his message over and over is like, post 100 times in the next week, or post like massive content. And people are like, oh, I don't know, And he's like, right now, here, do it right now. Take your phone and do it. And they're like, what are you talking? Wait, what? Well, I will tell you the reason why that works is because if you're over here trying to make the perfect content, which is like, I'm talking to myself, trying to make it all perfect, and you're trying to make everything just right. And I like my hair to look good, and like my face to look okay. Like I judge every little part of myself. But from other things I've done in the past, I know that's those moments, like the early moments, those really nobody's really going to see those anyway. So a lot of that stuff nobody even sees. So it doesn't even really matter. It's for you. It's for you
to get comfortable.
And then I don't even know what to call it. The thing that you need to deliver will then show itself.
Right. And they tell you that not just about social media content, but even in writing, even in drawing, whatever creative adventure you are in, just keep doing it. Good, bad, or indifferent. Yes. The good, bad, the ugly. Just keep going, because eventually, you hit that saturation point.
Right.
And then that tipping point,
and
that
then
puts you over. Right. So all the stuff that comes out in the beginning is all the stuff you think should work.
Yeah.
And then you get to that creative level.
Yes.
And that's the part.
And then hello.
And you know what happens then? Because it's happened to me. You know what happens then? You don't even care. You don't even care now what happens to it. Did I get 1 million followers? Whatever, because now you are putting out there exactly what it is you feel is needed. I mean, that's kind of what happened to me with Holy Shift. Like, people watch, people don't watch, they join, they don't join. I'm doing it for me. The holy shift is in me.
Yes.
I'm the one that is moving from sanctuary and sovereignty into sacred play every day. That's my goal. So just like how on the sofa, watch, don't watch, we doing this for us, you know, like this is what we're here for.
Yeah.
And we hope that in that we're bringing a message to others, you know, because as you grow, you bring that growth to other people.
Exactly.
And those seeds are planted. So just do it.
And
just keep doing it.
The way to do it appears after you do it. And I don't know why it's set up that way. I know that we developed a template. We had a whole way of doing things in the beginning too, and then we
Yeah.
follow that. I mean, we might follow some of it, but our own way developed after we did it many times. Then
Yeah.
we started to get more of our, and we actually in the beginning, we were going to stand up and say a couple of things, and then we were going to sit down. So we had all this, but you kind of have to do that. You have to start somewhere.
You have to have some kind of starting,
Right.
or you'll never start.
Right.
And that, I think, is the biggest thing, regardless of what your creative process is. You have to start. Just start.
Just do
Just
it.
start. Good or ugly, just start it, because you will learn along the way what it is that's yours to do.
Exactly. And how you're going to do it.
Yeah.
It will come after. It doesn't come before.
No.
So spirit within me takes form as my life. You have to move so that it can start to make that happen. It's we all, so many of us, me included, we want to make it perfect. I want to take perfect first, and it's not.
And we want to know.
We want to
know. We want to know that if I do A, B, C, D, that I'm going to receive this particular situation. And that is just not how
That's
it's
not how
all
it
working.
works for whatever
Yeah.
reason. Because it's more fun, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe.
Makes
Because
us take more
surprises,
faith, more trust, more
Right.
bravery.
and surprise is definitely something that
It's a
is
spiritual thing.
Yeah, it's
That's how
magical.
spirit
for
likes
sure.
to do it.
Yeah.
Well, because it's always more than what we can conceive anyway. It's
Oh,
never going to be what you
absolutely.
can conceive. When I had my podcast, I haven't done a podcast in a while, but I did like 30 episodes of my podcast. And when I started out, it about killed me to get it going. It just was because I was just trying to get everything just so and the whole thing. And I finally just had to launch it and go for it.
And the name of that podcast
It
again?
was called Decide Already. And it comes from me
Which I love.
yelling at myself,
Yeah.
did you just decide already? Are we going to do this or not? Because I was sick of
That's what I love about it.
going back and forth about it. I was sick of it, sick of myself, right? Reading everything, researching. I would just get ready to go, and then I'd find something else. Oh, I'll look and see how they're doing it. It's like, oh my God, will you just decide already? Are you going to do what? I'm tired of it. So I put a date. I just decided a date. If I was coaching myself, I would have a date. I wouldn't allow myself to flounder around and look at 8 other different ways of doing the thing. I would just put a date, and it's going to launch on this date, whether you're ready or not. Here it is. And then that's what I did. I did a launching sequence based on that date, and then I just went. My first episode, I actually do like it, but I've edited all of my episodes. I had to clean it up a lot. And I would say it wasn't until about the maybe 5th episode that I started to recognize that I had a pattern forming. Oh, look at it right here. I kind of say this when I lead into that. And I kind of, look at that. Look at that. And as I started to notice myself creating that in the moment, I wrote it down. And lo and behold, today I have a whole template that is mine. Nobody else gave that to me. I didn't copy it from anybody.
Right.
It came through me, but I had to do so many episodes first for that to come out. And so I would encourage you, if you have something on your mind right now on this Father's Day or any other day that you want to do, and then you're hemming and hawing and you're writing it out, you're getting all these ideas, you jot them down, and you're playing it and thinking about it and asking everybody else about it, and you're reading it, and you're like, no, just decide already. What is it? What is it? And you're just going to have to go. And the best part about going is that no one's watching you yet. So the more, that's what I think why Gary Vee says, post 100 things this week. If you were to do that, no one's watching you yet. By the time you get to the first 10, you're going to figure out your thing. And now, right when you start to get people watching you, you've figured out your thing.
Absolutely.
So that's why he says that. Like, you just need to, like,
you just
constant
need to do
contact,
it.
just everything.
You just need to do
pick
it.
up your
And
phone at
that's-
any moment and put it out
And
there.
that's with everything, right? That's with
Yeah.
if you're learning how to do something, whether it's cooking or a
Yeah.
sport, right? We just have to do the thing we want to do. You cannot just dream about it, right? Like you have to make the efforts, and they're sloppy
No.
and they're not perfect, and you're going to notice every mistake. You'll notice that. I won't notice
Yeah, no
that
one else
for
is
you.
gonna know.
Yeah,
No
nobody
one
else
else
is
knows.
going to notice that. Everybody else is going to go, oh, look at that.
Mhm.
How brave, how courageous, how
Right.
amazing, how creative. Everyone else is going to be your cheerleader, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that is probably my biggest takeaway from Spirit this last 6 months is how many cheerleaders I have in my life, and that I needed to be one for me as well. I can be it for everybody else. I'm great at
Oh,
that
she
part.
is the best. Let me
Yeah,
tell you, you're the
but-
best supportive
But
friend.
doing
So
it
is
for
Steph.
me was, you know, something that I didn't do. So learning to be my own cheerleader is a big deal. Yeah.
You know, and I do agree with that. There are so many people who are rooting for you that you have no idea. There are so many people who will see your whatever it is that you're putting out there that will be like, oh my gosh. And then it makes them believe in themselves. Like maybe they'll try, or maybe they see you do it. And sometimes you'll get people that are not rooting for you. Like sometimes my husband will get people that say the meanest things to him, and I say, well, that's good. That's good because that means your message is so pointed and so relatable to the people that are called to you, the people that you're there for, that it offends anybody that you're not there for.
Exactly.
And that's
Because
what you want.
you aren't there for everybody,
no,
right?
You're not, and that's
Not,
okay.
not everybody is your audience, no matter what, again, no matter what your creative process is, not everybody is your
and you
audience.
have to get over that.
So, oh my gosh. So you'll have haters, and know that that means you are getting out there over your normal fans, right? Because I tend to stick in my tribe a lot, right?
Yeah.
And my tribe loves me and
Oh,
backs
we love
me
you.
up.
Yeah.
So getting outside of that tribe, there's some people that don't like it, and that's okay because now you know you're growing. But I wanted to say something because you had just reminded me about the people that don't like you or whatever. I currently, and again, this was a Dr. James thing. I'm trying to get to my because I cannot remember the name of the book that I just started listening to last night. It is called, and I love this
It's
book.
pulling up, folks. It's pulling up. It takes its time.
Yes, The Courage to Be Disliked.
Yes.
Have you read this book?
No, but it's that statement right there is the truth.
The Courage to Be Disliked.
Yeah.
I have it on Audible, and what I will say about this book that I love, it is very much like if you ever read Conversations with God. So it is a young boy talking to a wise man, and the differences in what he learns about life, and then there's also a narrator in there. So there's three people talking. I'm listening to the audio, and it is an amazing book. Part of it talks about, obviously not being liked, but in the whys and the hows that happens in the connection with humanity. And I don't want to give away the guy's whole spiel here, but that the way it's described to me was so on target. One of the examples is you will, be in a room and you'll speak about something and one person will hate it and two people will become your best friend and the other 7 don't care either way. Who are you spending your time thinking about and worrying about and working with? Is it the one guy that hated, the 7 that don't care, or the 2 that were your best friends in it, right? And so many people worry about the guy that hated it.
Yes.
So many,
That's
and
not your guy.
that's just not your person. It's okay. It's okay that it's not your person. You don't have to dislike them. you don't actually have to care about them at all, right? Like they don't have to be a part of your world.
They're not,
And that I think is the hardest thing to remember. And I don't know if
what are they called? Side actors? What is
Yeah,
it in the
yeah.
films?
Yeah,
They're the fringe actors. Like
Right,
they don't even.
the extras,
Thank you.
Yeah,
How long did it take to learn this?
right? It took a long time because I'm going to
Way
tell
too
you,
long.
when I first got sober in San Diego, my first birthday was just, because I am who I am. I was out and about and everything. And I was at my noon meeting and I got a cake and a birthday card. And there at this meeting, it was a very large meeting, probably about 100 people,
Oh my gosh.
right? And I looked to make sure everybody signed the card.
Oh my
This
gosh.
is who I am at 29, 30 years old. And one person didn't. And I made it my effort, that year, I made it my goal to make her talk to me and like me.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I do not know. I have no, but I concentrated on her not signing versus the 99 who did,
Yeah.
and that's such a lesson to who I was and to who I am,
Mm-hmm.
and when I start getting that way again and concentrating on the negative aspect, I remind myself there are so many more people that are in my corner.
Yeah.
So let's not concentrate on the one who isn't.
Right. And that's the thing. That's the thing that we need to be really working toward, because I spent most of my life worrying about that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody liked me. And then it was such an eye-opener when I started doing some social media stuff that I've talked about this before, that Russell Brunson is the one that I heard it from first. That said, if you're not having haters, if you're not having people that are against what you're saying or don't like what you're saying or don't agree with what you're saying, if you're not having that, then your message is too muddy.
Yeah. It's
not hitting anybody now.
Right.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
If you're trying to make sure everybody's okay with what you're nobody's getting it. That's why it's not working. But if you have some of the people who don't like it, you're going to have the ones that go, oh, that's my person. I agree with her. I like it. And they can hear you now because you're not muddy, you're clear.
Right.
And that was a huge aha moment for me, because I spent a lot of my life trying to make sure that I wasn't, because I could be very critical, I could be very pointed, whatever. And I spent most of my life,
trying to keep
sugaring that up. So
Yeah.
it was all level and everybody was good when I walked in a room. I wasn't critical, even though it was going on in my own head. Like I'd smile, like I could
Right.
work a room. I learned how to do all that for my own survival, for my own
Right.
not good enough, whatever
Mhm.
stuff that we all have. But to have someone say, no, you want some people to not like what you're saying. That's actually what you want. You want to have people unfollow you. You want to have people
Yes.
you want that. It's like, I do. That feels awful.
It really does. Right. The courage to be disliked. It is
Yes.
a very hard thing to accept that
Mhm.
you are wanting that and have people
Mhm.
unfollow and everything, because that means you are attracting your audience.
Right.
Not everybody is your audience, and that's okay.
That's
And that feels hard.
That
That feels awful.
feels
Yes.
awful.
Especially for people pleasers. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
no, it's, and I want to give a shout out to the 50s as a decade. I think this was the time period of my life that, as I turned 50 and now I'm going into the last year of it, in this time period, I really did learn and feel like I stepped into my own in not worrying about what other people thought of me.
Yeah.
And it became harder and harder to pretend that wasn't who I was.
Yeah.
Because somebody would say something to me and I never would I be rude, but I would be direct and say, did you mean to sound like that?
Yeah.
Did you mean to be offensive? Because that was not an attractive quality for you, and people would take a step back, like, excuse me, because you'd be calling them out. And I'm not a call out, but I am now.
Right?
It
Good.
took a little bit of time, and just let's be kind. Let's be kind to each other. There is no reason to be disrespectful to another human being.
Right.
And because I've heard that Disclosure Day is out there, or any other type of being, people. So I'm just saying, be kind to all.
Be kind to everybody. We woke up with Ricardo. Ricardo woke up with that one. He's like, what? What's happening
Be
over
kind
here?
to all beings,
Be kind to all beings.
whether they're from this planet or others. Just saying.
Just be careful with what you do. My husband, I will tell you, my husband will call people out in the middle, like, you don't even know him. He could be anywhere, and if somebody's rude to him, he'll just call, and they don't know what to do with that. My husband,
Yeah.
it's pretty scary when a 6'8" man
Yes.
says something like that to you, and you're like, wait, what? You know, like, I said, what are you looking at? Why are you looking at me like that? What are you doing? I'm like, oh my gosh, Yeah, so be careful. I would just recommend carefulness, yes. So spirit within me takes form as my life. That's already happening, whether you are acknowledging that or not. Spirit is already taking form as your life. Spirit,
So-
that is what you are. You are
So
already.
are
doing
you
this.
conscious of it?
That's it. Like,
That's right. Awareness.
are you intentionally?
Yeah. Are you saying, hey, Spirit, I want to be more creative and abundant in my life. Can you help direct me?
Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna tell you, I'm expecting a big blow up the rest of this year, because that is my intention. To create with joy, to create with love, to feel that creativity come out in many forms and see it move. I don't know where it's moving to. I do not have an end destination of this creativity, this joy, this love, but I can feel it. Like, I feel it brewing. Almost like, have you ever been to like 7-Eleven or a place where they have the slushy machines, and they'll show the machine and it's not quite icy yet. You can't get the Slurpee, but
Which
you
is so
see
annoying.
it. I know it is
So
annoying when you want a
a
Slurpee
you want
and
a
it's not
Slurpee.
ready.
I know.
And I kind of feel like a not ready Slurpee.
Oh.
That's kind of where I'm at. Like,
no.
but it's coming,
All right.
right? Like, it's coming. Like, it's already there.
It's already there.
It's already there. I'm just waiting to see, waiting to get that freeze up. And yes, I live in Phoenix, Arizona, so I'm going to talk about
It's
icy
important
stuff.
to talk about Slurpees.
It's important to talk about icy stuff, yes.
And I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing more of the gratitude talk. So, like, one thing my husband and I do, if we say anything negative, we say 3 grateful things.
Ooh, I
right?
love
Right away.
that.
I'm negative, 3 grateful things. But the other thing is, I'm just that, and even thinking that way, I'm doing it all the time anyway. Whether I said something negative, I'm still doing that. I'm so grateful for this, or I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for this. And I'm just doing it with every chance that I have, because I'm hoping to jump this timeline and get into
Absolutely.
a timeline that's doing some things differently in many areas.
Yes, yes.
You know?
Quantum leap it.
I want some more positivity and some good things. And so really trying to, even talking to my husband a lot, who watches the news and watches stuff, his social media feed can have a lot of negative
Oh,
things
yeah.
that are happening all over the world, because he feels like he needs to know that stuff's going on. And I say, right now we can't do anything about that going on. We have to almost put the mask on ourselves first, and then we can do that. But I'm hoping to put the mask on ourselves and jump into a different timeline. That's my
Yes.
goal. My goal is to
I'm with you, and I feel like that we are heading to that tipping point
Yeah.
as a collective.
Right.
I really feel like we're heading to that tipping point, and that I would challenge, encourage that if you're watching us, I know you're on that wavelength,
Right.
to just continue to bring that gratitude, that heart-mind coherence,
Oh yes.
that love, that joy, that peace that is inside you, to each and every item that you see, right? I think it was Dr. Bobby that said, like, if you're going to read the news, just realize that's a call for prayer, right?
There it is,
That,
yeah.
you know, so anything that you see and you want to start with, OMG, that guy or those people or this situation, turn that into a prayer, knowing that the Spirit has that consciousness to change that part into a blessing. You know, a friend of mine was just talking this morning on Marco Polo, and she was like talking about some really hard stuff that she's been through this last year with her family, and just a lot of really like wouldn't wish it on your worst enemy type of things. And she said, you know, not that I would have asked for this stuff to happen. However, the gratitude that I have for where it has brought me in my life today, because of the strength, the compassion, the love that I now have that I didn't have prior, has made such a difference in my world. So on that subatomic level, that is just one human life, we see that happen. Now take that and multiply the grandiosity of some of the trouble that is happening in our world. And if we take that and look at that and apply that gratitude, that learning, that love, that peace to those situations and how they affect us, we can tip this. We can change this. We do not have to live in this timeline.
No,
We do not have to live
we
in
don't.
this part at all.
You are the chooser.
Yes.
You are the designer, the creator. You are choosing your world. So choose wisely.
And if you don't believe that, that's okay. You don't have to.
Okay.
Try it anyway.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know,
a
what's
game.
the worst that's going to happen? It stays the same?
Yeah.
That's the worst that can happen with this belief, is that it doesn't work. The best that can happen is that you are part of the change that is happening.
Yes.
That is happening.
To change for the better. We're going to be better. And when you catch yourself complaining about something, so you know we complain about a lot of things that we once prayed for, right? We complain about stuff, or even like if I complain that my house is messy.
Right. I used to want a house.
I'm
Yeah.
grateful I have a house, right? There are a lot of people out there who would love to have a house that they could be living in. You know, so we complain about. Watch your mouth. Watch your thinking. What are you doing? What energy are you cultivating? Because we need positive energy. We need that negative energy. We need to pay attention to it and intentionally dismantle that with positive energy. And I'm not saying we're never talking about spiritual guidance.
Oh, no.
I'm not saying we're not
Absolutely
ignoring.
not.
But when you're complaining about having to clean your house or having to cook dinner, you know, like I try to tell myself, like sometimes I just can't because I'm busy. But when I'm cooking dinner, I'm grateful that I get to cook dinner. I'm grateful that I have mouths to feed because I have children and I have a husband. So like, what are you complaining about? Ask yourself.
Yeah, look at that. Look at, you know, and my friend Amy and I, we haven't done it in a while, and her and I need to get back on it. We used to, in the morning, do our Marco Polo gratitude. At least 3 things we're grateful for going into that day. And, you know, just having that experience of naming your gratitudes in the morning, but also sharing them. Being able, like you said, that you share it with your husband, like being able to share those gratitudes with someone, I feel like expands it, you know, doubles it, whatever, you know, and just have that experience, you know. And this is how Spirit's showing up as my life today, right? It shows up in so many different ways. It shows up in color. It shows up in dance. It shows up in music. It shows up in good food from Italy, right? Like it shows up like that.
It shows up in the good and the bad. What we would say,
what
whatever we
call,
labeled it, it's showing up.
It's showing up,
right?
And to be grateful for that grateful for that opportunity to again see life in form. Whether it's a dandelion, like I loved when you were talking about that, like seeing the gratitude and complaints, right? And the house that we used to live in, I had to weed a lot, right? Right now I don't have a whole lot. I got a couple rocks, right, type of deal. But the previous one, we had a lot of areas that needed weeding. And I remember the neighbor offering me like a weed eater, and I actually owned one. I just didn't use it. I put on.
Was that their
I
passive
did.
aggressive way of
I
asking you to do the weeds?
I put on no, like he offered to me while I was doing it by hand.
Okay.
I would put on my headphones and listen to music and pull the weeds or cut down if I had to or whatever. And just because my hands were in the dirt and I was part of nature and I was part of making something pretty, that was mine. And I was like, no, I'm good. Like this is my meditative process. And even, most people know I'm a community manager and have been for 20 years. Even in my walks around my property, I have a Home Depot bucket that goes with me, and I pull weeds and throw it in the bucket, or I pick up trash or whatever. This is who I am because it helps me create beauty and remove things that are not wanted. And I feel like that is doing it not just physically, but mentally and emotionally in my life by physically having that action.
I love that, and Cheryl used to do that.
I know, because I'm a little Cheryl.
You are.
I am.
You're
I'm a little like Cheryl.
That's my mom, by the way, who's in heaven, but she did kick the weeds at her house, and you do that. Yeah, it's a thing. It's very meditative.
Yeah.
It's very meditative, as long as you're not doing it in this weather.
Oh yeah.
Don't do it right now.
Well, right now the weeds
Too
just
hot.
die.
Just
I'm just
die.
gonna
You
say,
don't
like
do
in
anything.
Phoenix, they are not green. They are just dead. You can blow them over. Like I have no problem picking weeds when I'm on my little walk.
Right, they're
Yeah.
just a mess.
And my walks are little now. They're like 8 minutes or less. Yeah.
They should give you a little go-kart.
I do. Oh my gosh, have you seen my cart?
Well, but you're saying walking.
I know, but I have to get my steps in. I do have a cart too.
Nice.
Yeah, I do
She's
drive
got
my
a cart now. She's spoiled at her place.
Yeah.
He's spoiled.
It's
I
powder.
love her.
It's powder blue and it has
Ooh.
eyelashes and it says
Oh.
general manager. It's very cute.
I love it. Now this is the kind of job people should
Yeah,
have.
it's a very cute cart.
It's nice, and they give you a light blue go-kart with
It
flashes.
really is cool.
I love it. Oh my gosh. But yeah, the gratitude thing, the looking to the things. Maybe you're saying, I want something. Well, be grateful for it. Just already be grateful. I'm so so grateful for that trip to Italy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited and grateful about that trip to Italy,
Yes.
right? Because we know it's already there.
Yeah.
It's already done in the mind of God. I don't have to worry about it. I'm not, man, another summer. I haven't gone to Italy. Everybody else gets to go to Italy. My son's going to Italy in July. I don't get to go to Italy. Like, shut up. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
How about be grateful for some things? Be grateful for the things that are already on that timeline that you are wanting to align with. Or you won't be on that timeline. You'll be on this other timeline and you won't be going to Italy because that's where that timeline goes.
Yeah.
I want to be on the one that goes to Italy, so I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for that timeline because that's where I'm going. I'm grateful for, a world of peace and love and kindness. That's what I'm grateful for.
Yes. Yes.
Great leaders.
Yes.
Try not to get political, but you know what I'm saying.
I do know what you're saying, girl.
That's what I want.
That's what we all want.
Is that what you guys want?
Yep.
Happy world.
Happy
So you
world.
guys can just grow up and be adults in
And
a
we
happy
want-
world. That's what
And
I
we
want.
want that for you.
I know. I want
we
these young
really
people
want that
to, not,
for you.
to grow up in a good world.
Yes.
They can have their dreams happen and have their lives. Yes.
Amen.
So I'm grateful for that.
Yes. All right.
I think you're ready to pray us out.
I am ready to pray us
Okay,
out.
let's have it. Here we go.
So in gratitude, as we breathe in, knowing that this very breath is God, that is spirit, is the divine universal energy, and that this moment we are aligned with the area and desire and consciousness that is love, that is joy, that is peace inside each and every human, in each and every country throughout the world and beyond. I know this because this is what the divine is, and we are made of that, and we are that. And knowing this, I speak my word as law, accepting and affirming that each and every person within the sound of my voice and beyond is blessed. Knowing that each and every leader and teacher of all faiths in all countries everywhere are filled with the knowing and the peace and the love of the divine. And as we reach that tipping point, we experience joy, peace, love. We experience the things that we desire, knowing that this, if we can think it, we believe it, it can be. And that this time together is beautiful. And I call it good, knowing that when, as, and through us, it is already done. Because we are the mind of God. And for this, I am so very grateful. I say, thank you, God, thank you, life, thank you, universe. And I let it go, and I call it good. And together we say, and so it is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we want to thank you all for being here today. Thank you for joining us on this session of Sofa Sundays.
We so appreciate it. And if you feel moved to join us here, please come on down. We didn't tell you we were located today, but absolutely come down and join us in person, especially next Sunday because it's my birthday.
Right. That one's out.
That's right. So we want to see you here next Sunday, 11:11. And if you'd like to join us online, you can donate at www.beginwithinministries.com. You can make a one-time donation or become a spiritual church called Partner for $45 a month or $75 for a family or couple. And some of the other ways that you can help support us is like and subscribe, share us, send messages, join us on our Facebook group. It's a Facebook group called Sofa Sundays. You can find us on YouTube and Instagram as Begin Within Ministries Sofa Sunday. So did I cover it all?
I think you got everything.
All righty. And that's all we got. We'll see
So
you next week.
Next week.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Tune in again next week at 11:11 a.m. Pacific Time, or Monday evening at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. In partnership with New Thought Media Network.
Oh my goodness.
Turning gray.